Star Wars fans, Lucasfilm just gave us the first look at the cast of the Acolyte show and an official synopsis for what the Acolyte show is going to be about. And this is not at all what we thought the Acolyte show was going to be about in a good way. What's up guys, it's Mike, a guy who loves Star Wars here. Today we're talking about the Acolyte show. This will be the first piece of live action Star Wars that we've gotten that happens before The Phantom Menace. Now I'm sure most of you know that the Acolyte show is following the Sith and will be the first Star Wars content that is centered around the dark side. But the cast of the show is loaded. Amandla Steinberg is going to be playing the Acolyte. We don't know what the character's name is going to be yet, but she's going to be the main character of the show. And the rest of this cast is going to be main characters in the show, just not the main character of the show. And I'm the worst at pronouncing names ever, so if I mispronounce any of these names, I'm sorry, but I am trying my best. First on the list is Lee Jang-Jae from Squid Games. I made a video on this before that he has come to Star Wars, but Squid Games was Netflix's most popular show ever, and now he is coming to Star Wars. Next is Manny Jacinto. He's from the show The Good Place. I've never seen The Good Place. I've heard some good things about The Good Place. I've heard it's pretty good, but I've heard he is pretty good in The Good Place. Now this is another huge cast, and it is Daphne Keane from Logan. Yes, the girl who Logan dies for, she is now entering the Star Wars universe. Another big name on the list is Jodie Turner-Smith. I've never seen her in anything. I know that she is most known for her role in Queen and Slime, but I've never seen that. So I don't really know anything about her at all, so I can't really get hyped about Jodie Turner-Smith. Rebecca Henderson from Inventing Anna. Again, never seen it. Don't know who this is. Charlie Barnett from The Russian Doll. Again, never seen it. Don't know anything about him. Dean Charlie Chapman from 1917, a fantastic movie, so I really hope that goes well in Star Wars. And again, the list ends on a gigantic name in Carrie-Anne Moss. Yes, that is the same Carrie-Anne Moss that is in the Matrix movie. And the craziest part of this news for the Acolyte show is the synopsis for the show. A lot of Star Wars fans knew what was going to happen in the Acolyte show, and we were so far off. And again, this is officially from Lucasfilm themselves. The Acolyte is a mysterious thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. A former Padawan reunites with their Jedi Master to investigate a series of crimes, but the forces they confront are more sinister than they ever anticipated. Now, for those of you who haven't read The High Republic, which is Star Wars' novels that are coming out right now, it is the peak of the Jedi. In The Phantom Menace, Mace Windu and Yoda say that the Sith have never been seen for 1,000 years. So this is only a few hundred years before The Phantom Menace, so obviously no Sith are around, according to the Jedi. There are always Sith around, they're in the shadows, but the Jedi just never know about them. So this show is going to be following a Padawan reuniting with her Jedi Master, following a series of crimes that are being created by dark side users. Now in this synopsis it doesn't say Sith Lords, it doesn't say Palpatine, it doesn't say Plagueis, it doesn't say any people specifically. It just says dark powers, it talks about it being sinister. It never brings in the Sith or specific people at all. But with all that being said, this just makes me so much more excited for the Acolyte show. I was already excited for the Acolyte show, but this just puts it even higher on the list. Not only will this show be centered around the Sith and the dark side of the Force, it will have Jedi from the High Republic in it. And we don't know who that Padawan and Jedi Master are going to be. Probably a brand new set of characters that we've never seen before. But it's going to be so cool to get the first live action content before The Phantom Menace following the dark side of the Force. And it could open up a crazy new potential for Star Wars to go before the Skywalker saga. There's been rumors that the next movie is going to be about the sequel characters, which I think is a horrible idea. I think they should go very far before the Skywalker saga into the High Republic or even the Old Republic, or even go back all the way to the origins of the Jedi, or go hundreds of years after the Skywalker saga. You have a character in Grogu who will live for 900 years, so you can go hundreds of years after the Skywalker saga and still have an anchor in the character of Grogu. So the Acolyte show might be what Lucasfilm needs to get away from the Skywalker saga. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for the Acolyte show? Do you want to just stay in the Skywalker saga with shows like The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, maybe even a Boba Fett Season 2, maybe even an Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2? Do you want to fill every second, every minute, every weekend that Darth Vader spent during the Empire with a show? Or do you want to leave the Skywalker saga? Before, after, anywhere? Tell me in the comments. Smash like if you like this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video, and my pretty face will show up in the recommended feed of yours. They have started filming on the Acolyte show, but that doesn't mean anything. We don't know when this show is going to come out. It's most likely not going to be until very, 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 very late 2023 or into 2024. So it's not going to be for a while, but this just puts the hype level for this show that much higher. If you want to talk Star Wars with some Star Wars nerdy people, there is a link in the description below to a Discord called The People Who Love Star Wars, and may the Force be with you always.